Thank you very much. I appreciate the recognition, and I want to thank you all for being here today. I've said many, many times in this committee, in fact, maybe every time I've been in the committee with a joint group of VSOs, that we need to take our cues from you, and I believe that, and I strongly believe that. The dysfunction of this administration is now bled over to the VA. And I am very, very, very concerned. Ranking Member Walls talked about this committee has worked well together. I can tell you that Johnny Isaacson and I have worked hard together. And we worked for you. We've taken our direction from you every step of the way. And there's not been any Democrats or Republicans. It's been about veterans, 100% of the time. Unfortunately, the dysfunction is hindering our ability to do our job as Senate Veterans Affairs Committee, and I won't speak for the House. They can speak for themselves. We have a Caring for Our Veterans Act that Johnny and I worked on. We were hoping to get it out by Veterans Day. It's still not out yet. We need to move that bill. It's a final piece of a puzzle of a lot of legislation that you guys have advocated for that we've been able to do, from accountability to taking care of the backlog to now redoing the community care piece of this program. So this dysfunction administration has hindered our ability to move forward. And I think it is jeopardizing the ability of the VA to serve you, our nation's veterans. So I would just say this is very disturbing to me, because we send young men and women off to war and they come back changed. Some of those changes you can see, some of them you can't. But we have an obligation as a people to this country, and we have an obligation to the next generation of fighting men and women to take care of you if we have changed you. And so I believe the President really needs to decide whether he's going to empower Secretary Shulkin to actually do his job, or whether he's going to side with political interests, something these committees have never done. Political interests like the Koch brothers, who, by the way, I do not believe understand what our nation's veterans are going through. We need to know who's calling the shots. I'm going to tell you what, the stakes are high. They've never been higher. We've been at war for far too long. We've got Vietnam vets that are getting older and older and need more and more health services. We need to know, as policymakers in the legislative branch, who to hold accountable. It's important. It's important as we move forward. It's important for this country. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.